Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Brynt, Parmeter, Senior Director with Military Programs at Walmart, to discuss employment, entrepreneurship, learning, and mental health initiatives for veterans as Walmart exceeds its goal to hire 250,000 veterans by 2020. Brynt, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you, Jill. It's great to be here.
Now, Walmart recently celebrated 250,000 veteran associates hired since 2013. Tell us more about that program.
Yeah, and if you think back to the problems at that time, we had a really high veteran unemployment rate, and Walmart took that challenge on and made a commitment to hire 100,000 veterans in 2013. They expanded it to 250,000 in 2015. That was the goal to achieve by 2020. And then in late 2018, added a military spouse initiative called our Military Spouse Career Connection to the Veterans Welcome Home Commitment. And since that time, just earlier this year, we reached the 250,000 goal. And as of last count, we're up to just over 265,000 veterans and 31,000 military spouses, and we couldn't be prouder of that.
That's quite remarkable. Why is Walmart making veteran hires and providing employment for their spouses a priority? And what do veterans bring to the table?
Well, if you look at what veterans have in terms of their perceptions and their experiences, they really help improve and diversify our company in so many ways. If you think about their leadership skills, the cross-cultural competencies that they bring and that understanding, and just the general problem-solving nature, they've volunteered to get out of their comfort zone, and we need that in these times. We've always needed it, but especially during COVID and the equity discussions and how we're going to lead into the future, it's an invaluable resource for us all.
What are some challenges veterans face during the job search and, of course, the transition to corporate life? And what is Walmart doing to support them and offer opportunities for advancement as well?
It's a great question. I think back to my own transition out of the military several years ago, and it's really hard to see yourself outside of the military after you've been in it, whether it's 3 years or 5 years or 20 years. And it's one of the things that we find that's most difficult is for people to understand what's out there and what's available to them in terms of their aspirations, and then to do this audit of themselves with their current skills, experience, and education levels, regardless of what they are, and understand how to build a bridge from that current state to that future state and those aspirations once they become aware of the range of things. It oftentimes comes down to a language barrier, if you will, and we hope to help overcome a lot of that. We also, as we have looked at the opportunities to expand beyond this quantitative goal that we've set, we're really trying to organize in a more qualitative way as we look into the future and help improve the economic opportunities and overall well-being of our veterans, as you said up front, by focusing on employment, entrepreneurship, learning, and health and wellness initiatives as we look into the future.
Brynt, as you do look ahead, what are some of the new ways you will work with veteran associates and their families?
So we have just started a Veterans Associate Resource Group that's actually going to expand out into the field. Walmart has over 200,000 veterans working for the company at any given time across the U.S. It's in all 5,000 communities where we have activities, and we think that by working with our current associates to help improve ways that they can achieve their aspirations within the company, whether that's out in our field operations with the stores, clubs, and supply chain, or within the myriad of corporate roles that we have, we think they're going to find great futures there. We want to help the current veterans that we have connect with new veterans that are out there, new military spouses who are just entering into the workforce, to help mentor them into those into that level of understanding of what's available for them in their future and how to achieve it and motivate them to achieve it.
What should corporate America be doing better to support veterans, and not even just veterans, but the overall diversity, inclusion, and belonging efforts that is really becoming a very important part of the conversation?
I think it comes down to, as I talked about, just that ability to understand all of the different opportunities that we have when looking at different diverse populations. Veterans represent a cross-section of the United States. It's a very diverse organization as it is, and people have come from all over the country to work together on these very difficult and challenging tasks. And if we could somehow bottle that up and make it known that your companies and your teams are going to be better when you diversify them, regardless of how you diversify them. Just getting those additional perspectives in helps you tackle those unknowns in the future. It's important to just be able to scan your environment for what it actually is and bring all of those resources and cultural competencies to bear to get it done.
Brynt, thank you for your service. Thank you for Walmart's service.
Thank you, Jill. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too. And thanks for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.